I kind of feel like we need to talk about The Witcher now. It just came out, Season 3, Part 1, first 5 episodes out of 8 total, on the 29th, so just 2 days ago. I have made it one episode in, and to be honest, I am bored out of my mind, and there's so many problems with this show now. Least of which being that we all know Henry Cavill's going to leave, we know why he's leaving, we know that the showrunners couldn't stand him, there was all this controversy behind the scenes, that he was a toxic male, that he wouldn't listen to or respect all the female crew members, which we all know to be bogus, especially based on the testimony of his female co-stars, the people he worked with. Everybody seemed to get along with him great, except the writers and the showrunners, the people pushing the direction that the show inevitably went, which was dog shit, just terrible. You can even look at this article from Forbes, which Paul Tassi, who is not, he's not the most, let's just say, traditionally like right-wing, conservative, macho Chad kind of guy. Paul Tassi, I think, falls somewhere in the middle left. So his opinions are typically more, I would say, feminist, pro-feminism. But even he is talking about how this show is not going to survive without Henry Cavill. Talking about how Season 3 is an all-time Netflix fumble. And I read through part of the article. I do disagree with him on a few pieces. He says, Season 3 of The Witcher has arrived on Netflix. Well, it's half arrived. It's 5/8 arrived thanks to Netflix's baffling new desire to split all its popular shows into 2 disjointed pieces. And I 100% agree with him there. You're going to go 5 episodes, have a cliffhanger that's not really a cliffhanger, and then you only have 3 episodes a month later after you've already forgotten half of what you just watched. To try to wrap it up. It's a pretty stupid way to do things. They're trying to milk as much of this Henry Cavill juice as they can out of the Witcher, because, after this season, he's gone. He says the first 4 episodes are quite good, better than Season 2, I'd argue, and of course, who is the best part of these episodes? Henry Cavill. While I do like the quadrangle of him, Yen, Ciri, and Jaskier, it's Cavill's Geralt that has always anchored this series. Now, I disagree strongly, unless he's talking about the first episode being the only one of the 5 that isn't good. The first episode was like Little House on the Prairie meets The Witcher. It was boring. The choreography, while pretty cool at times, also looked sloppy. The camera work was a mess. The camera angles, something was really off. The dialogue was crap. And not necessarily the acting, because again, look at the Star Wars prequel trilogy. The dialogue in that movie, in the entire trilogy, was terrible, especially Phantom Menace, really bad. You give an actor like Liam Neeson a bad script, he's going to look like a bad actor, because nobody can make a bad script seem good. And unfortunately, the writing in this first episode that I watched is pretty awful. I'm going to try to watch another couple episodes tonight, see how, if it improves. I got the impression that it's not going to get any better, but we'll see. So he says it's wild that Netflix, the showrunner, and writers were not able to keep him on board. Henry Cavill is the biggest nerd in Hollywood, probably true. And was over the moon to be playing the role, having practically memorized every book and taking inspiration for Geralt from the games. He said he'd stay with the series for as long as it stayed true to the source material, and yet here we are. It was announced well ahead of the season that Cavill would be leaving after Season 3, and his replacement was soon announced, Liam Hemsworth, and that's going to be complete dog crap, honestly. I'm like, I can't even think of a single movie I've seen Liam Hemsworth in. It's going to be terrible. And it's not like Henry Cavill is that amazing of an actor. He just fits the role because he loves the role. He puts himself in the shape to play the character, and he's devoted to the lore. Those are the important pieces. Definitely, I'd say the most important pieces. And here we have the response for this season so far. And if you look at this, let's look at they don't even have verified users, I guess because it's a Netflix. Okay, so that makes sense. So the just general audience score is sitting at 46%, which based on the episode that I watched, the very first episode of the season, definitely fits. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. I'll see if, I haven't left a review yet. We'll see if my personal opinion of the show improves or decreases based on how the next couple episodes go. But I gotta tell you, episode 1, I was bored out of my mind. Like, I found pieces of Season 2 to enjoy. I could barely get through this first episode. It was terrible. But over here on the critic score, you've got top critics, or you got all critics at 82%, and top critics sitting at 100 freaking percent. There's no way. There is absolutely no way this is legitimate. I am sorry. It's not even possible. And yes, I will accept that it's a very good possibility that some of the audience score is, review bombing. Okay, fine. There's probably some people who are going on here and saying, oh yeah, it's terrible, bring Henry Cavill back, and they didn't even watch this show. Yes, it's possible. But they only have 250 ratings right now. to me, that just strikes me as nobody cares. It's not just that it's being review bombed one way or the other. 250 plus ratings is a terrible amount. What this tells me is that when we get the Samba TV, ratings in maybe a month or two, it's going to show that nobody is watching this show. The only reason I agreed to get Netflix for a month with my wife is so that she could watch Stranger Things. I was not going to pay to watch this show. Literally, I'm not paying to watch this. She wanted to watch Stranger Things, and so I'm going to watch this because we have it. But this goes back to the smear attempt by the showrunners to paint Henry Cavill as being this terrible, toxic man. And again, it says this is from Bounding into Comics, by the way. After smear campaign attempted to paint former star as toxic, Netflix The Witcher cast praised Henry Cavill as a very supportive and funny, good-natured professional. And this is something you have heard from the female cast and crew time and time again, that they all loved working with him, that the girl that plays Ciri, that she was just, Freya Allen, that she kind of looked up to him like a big brother or a father on the set, that he's just a very, I don't want to say sensitive person, but he's willing to talk to people and listen to them and empathize, and he's just, this guy that really loves what he's doing, good-natured, that everyone got along with him, that they're all great friends. And yet, they still want to paint it as, oh, don't worry, him leaving the show isn't going to hurt us at all. We're still going to have 5 total seasons, and it's going to be great, and oh yeah, everything's going to be great with Liam Hemsworth, and nothing's going to change. And we all know that's not true. Let me know what you guys think, though. Are you going to watch the show? I'm going to try to get a couple more episodes in, but honestly, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm going to make it all 5 episodes. I just don't want to do hour-long episodes that are boring and miserable, and it just is leading somewhere bad. What the hell's the point? I mean, let's be honest. What is the point? But let me know down below what you guys think, and I will catch you on the next one.